We didn't have a meeting last week, I see it was canceled.
Yes, just in case you didn't know.
Alright, this is the Energy Fair exhibitors. I think we're through the... Yep, cemetery trustee. We're through the public. Cool. Thank you, sir. Alright, I guess we go around the table. I'll start with you, Lee. What's your force?
All I have is that I will be on vacation next week. We are working really hard to get caught up here.
Well, enjoy your vacation. Have a safe trip. Come back.
Yep.
In one piece.
And we'll review the remainder of these.
Yes. Well, it looks like that we need some more information put in as time goes by. So, absolutely. Oh, I don't know, anything I had for was the CIP. Can we get, something on the website maybe in the near future to ask for some volunteers and see, start beating the bushes on and get that thing moving. I know Woody's the only person that's volunteered so
I
far.
thought we had a person or two raise their hand on that already.
No,
Couldn't remember who it was. Was Ron Slocum one? I don't remember.
I thought he was volunteered for this IT.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, I'll have to ask Ron.
we can volunteer them.
You're still interested, right?
He'll be attending the public hearing for the road projects.
Yeah.
Typically he does.
That
Yeah.
is scheduled for in 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm gonna ask him before that, find out.
May 14th, I think? Yeah, May 14th.
I mean, I think the department heads by default will be members when it comes time to their particular specialties. But I mean, that's an overall continuous, like when we, look at road management plan or something like that, then we'll look to you to be, come and help us out.
Yeah.
But not on a regular basis.
So, that's fine.
Okay. But I'd like to have some other citizens there to help us out.
Yeah, are you getting pretty comfortable with the website yet? I've
I
added a few
have
users.
not had a chance to go
Okay.
back in.
Okay.
Yeah, but that job thing gets in my way.
I'll just post it before I go
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Or that,
Huh?
something else too?
Allison could, I can send her an email, post.
What's that?
I'll have you post on Hot Topics, the CIP volunteers,
Okay,
No, thank you.
Monday.
Monday.
That's the only thing I really had off the top of my head. What we did.
We do have one more item, but it's non-public.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
You all set too? Cemetery, we'll be doing the walk. Date, May 8th, I think it is.
Oh, yeah, cemetery trustee will leave.
May 8th?
May 9th.
9th? Yeah, it's been confirmed, so, we're good on that, we'll do that. The gates are gonna be installed. Damn, I can't remember the dates, but it's coming up anyway, I need a check, so I'll be chasing that down. But those are gonna be installed down at the, Page's Corner.
Wasn't that didn't you say it was the Friday before?
You have 2 meetings in May.
Yeah, I know, I'm pretty busy.
18th, I think, and the
Yeah.
9th, or the 16th.
I forget,
and the 9th.
yeah, I gotta,
They were posted on the website.
I haven't sent the email out yet, I just confirmed that, the other night, so that's coming up. For the cemetery, I did take, the dog for a walk, and we spent a lot of time in this cemetery here photographing the damage, so we can start getting our RFP together. I gotta do this, I'm gonna do the same thing at the other 2 cemeteries. I think that'll help, identify the work that needs to be done. A lot of winter damage this year in this cemetery.
Yeah, rough winter.
Yeah. I think for the cemetery, that's kind of it. Technology, committee will meet Monday at the police station. The, representatives from Dunbarton Telephone, GSI, and the attorney from Divine Enrollment will be in attendance to talk to us. Part of that meeting, we're gonna, we wanna talk about, technology here for Dunbarton, we're kind of underserved, so we're gonna be talking about that, but the, GSI folks, last fall, I think, came into the board, and spoke to them about, some sort of, TV type franchise. And I was in the audience at the time and I was listening, but it didn't, I wasn't really real sure about what they were trying to offer us as a town, and of course, the selectmen were up to their belly buttons in budget. So, they weren't getting, I think they felt like they weren't getting the attention that they wanted, so they're coming back to talk to the, technology committee on Monday. So, depending upon how that goes, there'll be another meeting, you know, with the full board here at some point in the future.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, Monday we'll gather information and present it here and have them come back in. What else? I think that's it.
When are we meeting with the school?
You know, I don't know, they haven't rescheduled, I could send Deb and Renee an email.
I have not been included in those last few emails, so I don't know what's going on with the board.
Yeah. Okay.
So even the changes of the proposal.
Oh, we haven't really
total-
made any,
I don't know what's
nailed
going on.
anything down
So
yet.
you only had that one meeting.
We only had the one, yeah. I'll reach out to Renee and Deb Foster and see if we can get something scheduled here in the next 2 weeks. As a follow-up, keep that ball rolling.
Alright,
Okay.
we're all good.
Unless Ted wants to voluntold me something else.
Alright, we'll go through,
Oh,
well, no, let's go to the department heads first,
Oh,
and
okay.
then Jeff?
Yeah, actually, I had one other thing, quick.
Yeah.
You were kind enough to praise me while I worked on Long Pond Road.
Mhm.
I'd like to get in the minutes, as always, it wasn't a single highway department effort. The police department and the fire department, as usual, assisted us right in the onset of it, traffic control and such like that. Yeah, we put it back together, but like I said, as always, they were very, very helpful, and Johnny on the spot with us, so, just like that.
Thank you, chief. Appreciate your hard work on that.
That's what we're here for.
take care of those people.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, the way it always is, it's always a joint effort, not typically just one, us ourselves doing it. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you. Donna, you're on the,
I'm all set.
the historical side, all set?
All set.
Woody? Anything?
Yeah. Couple of quick things, one, when you did your minutes tonight, it
Mhm.
wasn't me who who wanted to be non-public. It wasn't me. That was the
Last
last meeting in
I
April,
think it was me.
wasn't me.
Oh,
The other thing,
okay, we can fix that.
um, yeah, the burn pit, that's what I was thinking of, at the transfer, we're probably after this weekend, we'll end up closing it until we can get it burned. The, influx of, winter damage this year has been crazy. I mean, I having guys bring in 6 and 7 trailer loads, pickup loads from their own yards, just the stuff that's come down over the, course of this winter is the most I've seen in a long time. I mean, that pit was a quarter full not too long ago, I'm talking a couple weeks ago. And, within this last week, it's filled right out to, we
So-
probably have about 3 or 4 feet of storage left, and that's it, then I gotta burn.
Okay, so you still gonna leave it open, or are you gonna close it?
Oh, we'll close it. I have
As of
to.
now?
It's gonna, what's that?
As of now?
No, I figure probably after Saturday,
Okay.
it'll be full to the point where I gotta burn it, and I have no place to,
Mhm.
really to stockpile brush
Right.
until it's ready to go again. It takes quite a bit for that thing to burn down. We tried to burn it
Mhm.
a few weeks back, but there was so much snow inside the brush pit itself, underneath the snow, underneath the brush, that it weren't burning.
That's what they make napalm for.
Yeah.
Woody, when, so you'll put up a notice this week so people will
Yeah, we'll-
see it and then,
I'll know more Saturday, or if
Yeah.
it rains all day Saturday, they'll buy us some time,
yeah,
but if it doesn't rain Saturday,
I
I'm
think
sure
it's
it'll be
supposed to.
full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the weather is,
now when you burn that,
Yes.
does the fire department do it or you do it?
We do it.
You do it,
I work with Chief Wigan, and I get his permission, especially as full as it is right now,
yeah,
and I bring a truck down,
fire truck, yeah.
for the first hour or so. Once it gets dropped
Yeah,
down
once it's
inside the
down, yeah.
pit, it's fine,
Yeah,
but it's until the first hour or so, until it gets down in that pit
Yeah.
where the issues are.
and you do this after hours, I'm assuming,
Sometimes we try to do it Thursdays,
really?
try to burn Thursday and get it burned up, but this time it's gonna take a while for that thing to burn up.
The ash that's left, you have to have it tested, right, before you can get rid of it?
That's an issue I'm working with DES on. I actually have an email to find out another avenue to get rid of it. Right now, it's pretty costly we have to ship it to a landfill.
No, I'm just wondering, would it be, the reason I'm asking is, would it be cheaper to have someone come in with a chipper
I'd like to
And,
look into that.
you know, less expensive, I mean,
That's an idea.
when you look at all the costs and what have you, I'm just wondering if, you know,
It's a possibility. I've been in contact, I know some rangers in that area, I spoke with them
Yeah,
about, any regulations that are out there as far as stockpiling brush. Like if you stockpile tires, there's a regulation on how you have to do it.
yeah,
You have to have fire lanes in it and all that. I asked the same questions about brush, they haven't found anything yet, but we need to have those ducks in a
Yeah.
row, and
yeah, I just think that maybe chipping might be another option.
there's a considerable cost involved with that as well.
Yeah, well, whichever's the least expensive way, I guess.
You know, there's a cost no matter how you do it, we just gotta weigh out the
Yeah.
odds. It's definitely, you know, like I told you at town meeting, there's definitely a way I wanna get away from burning, it's an
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
So, I just wanna let you know that. If, in fact, it fills up this weekend, we'll get something out, get it on the website, and get some notices out. And just until we get it burned down, and then we'll take it again.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's good enough.
And John, Energy Committee, anything for the good of the order, as the chair of the committee, still?
Yeah, we, our meeting Monday got made very short,
Okay.
because the power went out, so.
You guys don't generate your own energy for the
Huh?
energy committee?
Huh?
You don't generate enough energy for the energy committee, huh?
Well, there was a problem
Yeah.
with the tree, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that, even done for,
You heard?
yes, I did.
Oh,
There's a lovely thing called cell phone.
Oh,
something I don't know that I finished, but the local businesses and whatnot, the thoughts range from something on the website, the thought of an actual fair, we have to look into how the logistics of that will work. There's about 220 businesses in town, some function locally, there's a lot to consider there, but we are actively working on trying to get the focus more local.
Okay, great, thank you. Chief, you're, I believe, the last department head, anything for the?
Yeah, I started working on the RFP for dispatch services, so I just wanted to let you know that's in the works, it hasn't been forgotten, and I'm gonna dispatch services.
Dispatch services, because we looked into
Yeah.
it at the budget time, and
Yeah.
because of the contract, we couldn't get out of it, and,
Yeah, an opportunity there.
but we found other options
Yeah.
that may be cheaper.
So I'll keep you posted.
Alright,
Yeah.
and if you need any help with that stuff, let us know, you know,
Well, at some point, you're probably gonna wanna run it by the attorney, but
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
we'll get it
Yeah.
dressed
I mean,
up
we got the
before we send
format
it.
stuff that we use here for,
I used the format that Brian had sent. The Tom had sent, rather.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I used yours, and,
I'm gonna send you another format.
well, I'm plagiarizing it, so.
Yeah.
Right, well, we're just
Alright,
trying,
buddy.
you know,
Yeah.
trying to keep everything standardized.
Yeah,
in the
that's what I
language.
figured, it seemed like a good place to start,
Yeah,
Yep.
so.
yeah, kinda like what we use for the fire department, the cemetery trustees use the same one.
Yeah. And the one he's talking about, I plagiarized from the town of
Right.
Salem.
But I mean, you know, we can keep them all in the same format, it makes it easier for us, and we just have to change names to protect the innocent kind of thing and send
Okay.
things out.
If you wanna send me another format, I'll work on that, I'll just change it over.
As soon as
Okay.
Lynn gets it to me tomorrow, I'll send it over to you
tonight,
tonight.
or anything.
Okay.
Alrighty. We'll open up to the public, I guess we'll start in the back corner, cause that's first hand raised, and we'll work our way forward, how's that?
This goes back to the cemetery. When you're in there, you did your walkthrough, and I did see the pictures. The stones are a mess. Some of the stones you cannot see because they're covered by trees, bushes, hosta plants that are,
4 feet around.
yeah, 4 feet, some of them like 8 feet. I know last year we had talked about maybe having the garden club come in and take some of those plants out of there. I know the stones are owned by families, but some of them are long gone and there's nobody taking care of those stones. Is that something you might consider again, to contact the club and have them, I mean, they could,
We gotta contact the people who own the gravesite first, cause they've gotta give us permission to,
so is that something you're going to do?
yeah, a letter will have to go
For the
out.
plants and stuff, we don't need permission, it's in the
Well,
rules. It's just as a courtesy.
Yeah, I think as a courtesy, we just need to let them
Yeah.
know, and then, you know, if they don't react to it.
I mean, cause they could use them as a plant sale,
Right.
they could, you know,
Yeah, cause there's
for a
some nice ones.
fundraiser or something, cause
Yeah.
there's a lot of plants in there and they are humongous.
Yeah, well, they do damage to the stones as
Yes.
well.
Yeah, they do. And they encroach on the stone next to it, so
Yeah.
it becomes a bigger issue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anything else?
no, that was it.
I want it,
Cory, you good?
and
I
that's why
think that's,
I've told
you
them.
all set? Yeah. Fran?
Yeah, regarding the town clerk hours, when the town voted, I believe it was in 2006, the warrant article not only said full-time, but it specifically said 40 hours. So even though the town voted that in as a 40-hour position, we don't have, we can't, she could only work 20 hours and we could still have to pay her the full salary, even though it says 40 hours.
Yes, indeed.
Do we as townspeople have the right to, ask the selectmen to monitor how many hours that, she doesn't have to submit any hours, but can we monitor, so as private residents, we can see what we're getting for our money? Just keep track of the number of hours the town positions even is open.
I understand what you're saying, from our town council's legal opinion, we have no control over her hours. As far as monitoring, we could do that, but then it pits us against her. Ultimately, it's the taxpayers and the voters' decision on how they wanna do that and monitor, you know, like Martha Ray wrote us an email, you know, saying that they weren't open. I mean, if you guys have issues as taxpayers, you know, let us know as well as the town clerk and at your displeasure.
No, I don't have any issues right now, I mean,
But I
it
think
seems
it'd
to be open.
be bad,
Okay,
bad precedent of having us trying to, you know, babysit her hours and monitor her
right,
hours.
I just wasn't sure where the town warrant actually specified 40 hours, you know, so
Yeah.
basically that was a
Warrant
a
articles,
useless, thing to put in,
warrant articles can go both ways, and you can.
right, we can always change it back to a part-time
Absolutely.
position, yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
that's
it's
petition warrant
unfortunate she
articles.
gave up the 4 hours deputy position that, you know, was in her budget, because that would have allowed the, office to stay open,
Mhm.
some of the time she has to take off, but that was her choice, but,
Yeah, exactly, it was her choice, I mean, we weren't cutting it out completely, it's just that we reduced it and
right.
she chose not to appoint another deputy.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
her
there's
choice,
plenty
not
of other
ours.
small towns that have 4 hours deputy positions that they seem to get their deputies trained okay, I was just, you know, but I was just wondering, you know, so basically we would just have to monitor on the website,
Mhm.
you know, what hours the office is open, so we know what we're getting.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, unless you gentlemen have anything else you wanna add or
No,
say, or-
I think that's
just-
pretty accurate, you know, otherwise, right, it does pit us against them and, or, you know, us against the town clerk's, you know, office, and I just don't see how that's a good idea.
No.
But yeah, any monitoring, I think, is gonna have to be done by the public.
Okay, like I said, right now there's no problem, but I was just wondering how we could do that.
On the same subject before we change it, is this the same rules in every town?
I guess
She's hired as a salary person,
She's not hired, she's elected.
she's elected as a salary person.
Well, she's elected as a town clerk, the town, and by RSA, the town, meeting, the townspeople, town vote, whatever terminology you wanna use, but at the town meeting, the town sets her salary, whether it's by fees and, some type of other assessment, or a straight salary, or, you know, free parking, I mean, whatever they wanna do, it's legal.
Some of the, some towns, and Dunbarton used to do it, I think, prior to the warrant article. Like when you're ready to see a car, there's, and I may have the dollars wrong, but $2.50 at the bottom,
Yeah,
it was for the town clerk, that went to her.
exactly.
That was, but she gave that up when she put that, when that warrant article went through, so that didn't happen. I'm not sure where that money goes now, but
General fund.
is it general fund?
Yeah.
But she gave that up, so she got, like, if she registered your dog, she got money for that, and if she got a marriage license or whatever,
And
so
that's how she got paid?
part of it, not all of it, but part of it, plus a salary. So and a lot of towns do that, that's where a lot of towns function, doesn't have to be that way, but a lot of towns work that way.
So, but the question is, there's no way you can, she's an elected official, but it seems to me that there's issue of, how many hours she puts in. So do you put her on an do the voters put her on an hourly?
They could.
And that way therefore she has to,
Then she'd have to punch a clock just like an employee does.
Yeah.
wouldn't that simplify everything? So this discussion is not
We
coming up?
don't punch a clock right now.
Well, no, I use that as a
Right.
term.
But I mean, you know, but then
The
she has,
time sheet,
then she
right.
has to go to time or
Mhm.
something, and because this just seems so convoluted.
That's the problem with warrant articles sometimes, it's an unintended consequences. You have to really think them through seriously before you take and put them on the warrant. Otherwise you could end
Who
up,
proposed the warrant article, does anybody know, in 2006?
she did it at that time and the selectmen accepted it and put it on there. But, you know, warrant articles go on one of two ways, they can be brought to us and we accept it and we put it on the warrant, or we develop it ourselves and put it on the warrant, but it's through this board.
Right.
Or by petition, where you need 25 registered voters to sign a petition to say that we want this warrant article on the warrant. And then it goes on there, whether we recommend it or like it or not, it goes on, and it gets voted up or down.
Just seems like that would simplify everything. Cause this, I've been to how many meetings and the same subject keeps coming up.
Working our way down, Bob.
Well, I'm gonna add on to what Dave was saying. The only problem with making her an hourly, responsible for hourly, is now she comes under that guise of the Department of Labor, where she's protected if she works over the 40-hour week, even if she's administrative, because there are exemptions for administrative positions that are hourly. So I think the salary part, I don't know how you monitor or do anything, other than when it comes election time, somebody runs against whatever, they find that they, aren't receiving, you know, and, do it that way, but, currently, the way it's established, and she's an elected official, on salary, and you know what the law is, so. I mean, that, for us, for the town, that's the cleaner, and if you don't like what you get, then you change it at election time. And that's all I gotta say, so.
Well said, thank you. Yes, sir.
Monday, the 27th is General John Stark Day. We're gonna have ceremonies out here at the, statue. And
Yeah,
there'll
that's my
be
son's birthday.
reenactors, and, be a good time for the whole family. Noon, at noon. We had a nice spread in the, Concord Monitor today also.
We didn't put it on the website though, I wasn't aware
I
of it.
sent it to the webmaster.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Was it a union leader too?
Yeah, I remember him putting it on there. Usually the postings go through internal employees
Oh,
that
okay.
have access, but he's very hard to get hold
Yeah.
of. Did he respond?
I
'Cause I don't
can send it
recall.
to you, or,
I don't know. If you send it to me tonight, I'll probably be here for a while, because I'm off tomorrow.
And for another 5 days after that.
Yeah. So if you wanna
Sounds
send it to me.
yeah, I had four photos and,
You gotta go home.
just a short paragraph.
Send it to me when you go home.
Okay.
Anything else, Don? Anything else? No. Thank you. I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't know your name, but you have anything?
Carol?
Oh, this is my first time here, so I'm just was listening.
That's fine. That's public comment, so if you have something to say, by all
She's
means.
CIA.
Terrific.
She's a CIA. Can you tell by the accent?
Yes.
I am an American citizen.
Well, welcome to your first meeting. Thank you for coming. All set? Yeah? We already got you twice, so.
Yeah.
Steve?
Done.
So, Dave? Alrighty, here and no public comment, we'll close the public comments. We have one more thing on our agenda, it's a non-public, request from the transfer station manager for RSA 91-A:3. So, no business after that, so.
I already
You do that on Monday, so everybody's getting four, I gotta get out of here.
Good night.
We stay busy. Well, yeah, right now we got fences to retain.
Probably start time.
I'm not quite sure when.
We don't wanna go up around.
I mean, the traveling is sick for traveling. Tired.
Yeah, me too. They always this long?
Yeah, I think they are.
Are you in charge of this?
Don and I are.
Yeah. That is why.